This is Tony Fine, live from Tel Aviv, and my guest today is Jose Feliciano. Jose Feliciano, 9 Grammy Awards you have to your credit, 19 Grammy nominations, 2000 inducted into the International Latin Music Hall of Fame, Latin Lifetime Achievement Award, 68 albums since your first album in 1964. It's incredible.
Wow.
And you're here today in Israel for your
Yes.
shows on Monday. You're performing on Monday in Haifa at the
Yeah.
Congress Center, Merkaz HaKongressim Haifa,
Yeah.
and on Tuesday in Tel Aviv at the Bronfman Center, Chala Tarbut in Tel Aviv.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to tell people that in the fall, in October, I have an album coming out. We recorded part of the album in Nashville.
With so much experience behind you, what advice would you give to a vocalist, a guitarist, a songwriter who's starting out in his music?
Learn to play as good as me.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You play brilliantly, but
No. If I'm really good at what I do, it's because of God's will. But I would say to young people, watch the causes that you support, and write songs that touch people's hearts. Yeah.
it's such an honor to speak to 8 Grammy Awards behind you. I have to ask you 2 very important questions. We had a lot of Latin music stars here this year from the younger generations. What do you think of reggaeton music, today's music? And
Well,
what makes Puerto Rico the dominant or the leading country that brings all this Latin music to the North American scene?
reggaeton has its place. I can't say that a lot about rap music because it's not that I don't like rap, but after a while, hearing about the ghetto and all of that it gets boring after a while. A lot of the reggaeton singers, they're not musicians. They're performers that make it overnight. With me, it took me a lifetime to get where I am, and it took me a while to do what I'm doing, and everything has its place.
I have one question that's been bothering me for 40 years more.
Tell me.
California Dreaming and Light My Fire. Light My Fire was the A-side, and California Dreaming was the B-side.
No, you got it wrong.
The other way around, you correct me.
California Dreamin' in America
Yeah.
was the A-side, and the B-side was Light My Fire, and it just so happens that a disc jockey in Seattle turned the record over, and then the rest is history. I couldn't believe it myself because in 1967 I was recording Latin music in Argentina. All of a sudden I had something happen to me that I didn't expect. I had the screaming girls. I had women meeting me at the airport. Sometimes I get 1,000 people meeting me at the airport. And I thought, Jose, that's not really you. You're not a Beatle. You're not Frank Sinatra. You're not Elvis Presley for this to happen. But it happened, and I enjoyed it while it was happening. I had to learn so many things. I had to learn to run into a limousine, and I think it's the funniest thing to see a blind person running toward the limousine and trying to get in it before they tore your clothes off, So that was an interesting experience.
After all the awards, chart successes, sales, what is the force that motivates you, keeps you going?
Well, the fact that I love playing the guitar. I think the fact that I have to pay my bills. No, the motivation is that God wants me to do this. That's what I was born to do.
So you're here in the Holy Land, in Israel. I want to wish you the best of success in both your shows tomorrow night in Haifa. And
Thank you.
And on Tuesday here in Tel Aviv. May God bless you, and may you have a safe return also back to America.
Well, thank you
It's
so
been a great pleasure speaking to you.
Oh, it's been a wonderful pleasure talking to you. You're welcome, Tony.
You're welcome.